stuff. Alright, I'm here, at least, yeah. So, change out of my work. Oh my goodness, I was late to work today because, like, I turned off my alarm, okay? And then I went to reach for my clothes and I passed out. I went to sleep and I had set my alarm clock for 5 a.m. and I was used to like 6 a.m. and everything, but I went to bed really, really tired. And I was just really tired. So I fell asleep after turning off my alarm and reaching for my clothes, and then I woke up at 9:40 when I was supposed to be at work at flippin' 10, and I sent a message out, and I slept through my alarm. I was like, can anyone give me a ride? And nice enough, 2 people were able to give me a ride, and almost never is an interesting concept. Almost never actually happens quite more often than people think. So, it's, those once or maybe twice kind of things. But anyways, so ironic how that kind of situated with that. But anyways, so I got a ride to work, and then I got a ride home from work, but like I was just really late today. I mean, I was like 15 minutes late, like, because people who came to get me, they were off, and they were like, hey, let's go pick up, me, and they did. I was very thankful. Like, dude, I don't have to pay my phone bill, until the 15th. Like, I'm sorry. I heard the witch. A witch. I'm not sure where I'm hearing that from. There must be like a cavern somewhere around here. But anyways, I don't have to pay my phone bill until the 15th, but yet it's not sending my text messages. So I sat there in the store trying to pay my phone bill so that I could send some text messages. I was like, are you flipping kidding me? I was like, I know, like, I get like unlimited text and like, phone calls and whatnot because I'm paying for this one plan. But they're a bunch of big liars, meanie poo-poo heads and stuff. It's like they won't send out these 2 texts that I'm trying to send to these people because certain people that I know are looking for a place, and these certain people that I'm trying to text are landlords, and I was looking to see if they had any places available and for them and everything, and it's just these texts won't send, and it's pissing me off. So I paid my bill, and then I'm able to receive text, and I was able to like punch out the text this morning about like, holy F, I overslept, can someone give me a ride? That text went through, but the text thanking the person for coming to get me did not go through. And I was like, wow, that kind of sucks. And I showed her the text, and she's like, oh, don't worry about it. She's like, I know you're thankful. And I was like, yeah, I was like, Ian's really saved my butt and everything. And like, dude, so sweet. I mean, totally nice. And so I think I'm gonna leave that there for now. Hmm. That might be, yep, that's definitely where I'm hearing the witch. Okay, let's just, we're gonna swap this over. So, I'm glad I didn't, like, super open this. Holy damn! They hit themselves, too. I am synced to this bed. I know I'm synced to this bed. Let me just make sure I'm synced to this bed. This is like fun. You know. I don't want to go over there. Like, The flip sounds like they're right above me. Let me just put down some stuff, you know? Oops. Okay, so we're up to 16. I think we need 24 or 25. Maybe. Alrighty, so I'm looking at my pickaxes and I can go without for a little bit. Thinking of using this healing potion. It will give me a class. Now I'm gonna go over there and wreck. Not wreck face, but I'm gonna wreck feet. I know it's a different thing and whatever. It's not how that saying goes, but oh wow, it sounds like they're tracking me. A stick. A flippin' stick? I saw the creeper. I saw the creeper. It's another kill spawn. Alright. So, gonna take a chunk. Just in case. I did manage to make myself some tea. Yay, tea. I didn't get a chance to like really eat anything other than like 2 brownies that I could just shove in my face earlier, and like I grabbed, what is that called, grabbed a Mountain Dew that I had in the fridge from another time that I had to, like, push my bike back. Because, like, they have this deal going on that if you buy 2 Mountain Dews for, like, $4, they're like, okay, so they are technically more separate than the nice little deal for 2 for $4, and like I think the original is like damn near $3. So if you were to buy one separate and then the next day buy another one, it's like $3 and some change, and it's just for like a little flippin' thing. I mean, whatever. But there's this deal going on that if you get 2 of them, you get 2 for $4. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So I just needed 1 at the time, so I have 2 still stuck in my fridge because, like, well, I had 2 in my fridge. Now there's just 1. So I took the Mountain Dew for sustenance, caffeine and sugar. And I also did have a cup of coffee at work. I didn't put barely any sugar in it. I wanted to. I really did. That is a lot of action right there. 2 creepers, a zombie, a skeleton, 2 zombies, 2 creepers, a skeleton with a gold helm, and what is it? The spider. Yeah, I'm good. I just had enough time to like grab my stuff like this morning, grab everything, put stuff on, and then like shove 2 protein brownies in my face, and then take my vitamins with some water, and then grab the pop, and then head out the door. The kitty was out there. They woke up and they looked at me like, yeah, this is a little late. Well, they had me scheduled like later in the day. Because I was having issues with, so I was checking the weather, and I figured that they plowed things quicker than what I thought, but come to terms with they don't plow things until like maybe they come out at 9:50, maybe 10 o'clock. So now that there's no like snow on the roads and whatever, that there's just snow on the sides and it's melting and freezing over, I still have to walk, which is not as fun as it seems. I mean, I do get to listen to the music, and which is fun, but you know, I get tired. You know, I want to sit there and go, oh, back in my day, we used to walk through 2 feet of snow and blah blah blah. Technically in Pennsylvania, we still had to go to school when the snow was up to our like calves, up to our knees. As long as the roads were clear, they were like, eh. We didn't have people who would like shovel the sidewalks, so we would have to actually walk through some hefty snow, which was fun. You know what I hated? So, George, my half-sister and half-brother's father, he would end up, he wasn't a stepfather, he never adopted me, it's just some person my mother was married to, and I was a beat-her child. Anyways, so, when I say half-sisters and half-brothers, father, then, you know, that's definitely what it is. But anyways, so, George, he would take the hose to the snow and get, it would warm the snow off of the sidewalk, and instead of shoveling it, that's how he would do it. He'd hose the flippin' snow, and it would melt. But then there'd be a nice sheen of ice over top of it. And I tell you what, going down some stairs with a nice sheen of ice over top of it was not my favorite. I swear, I damn near died. I reacted. So, going down with my backpack, and didn't really have too much in it, and whenever I was going down the first two steps, I mean, there was like ice like this thick on this damn like stairwell, and the walkway to it was not that bad actually. It was more like spiky and stuff, so you're just able to, you know, walk across it, and your shoes would catch on the little spikes of the ice, and everything was fine. So trying to go down the stairs, So I was used as the guinea pig, and my half sister was like walking behind, and she's like, "Go ahead," and I was like, "Yeah, you might want to hang back, cause this could be bad." And she's like, "Yeah, go ahead," and I was like, "I'm just going because I have to." I was like, cause first I was like, "Yeah, okay, you know, let me do this," you know, and then she's just like really like emphasizing that, you know, she wants me to go because she's much more important, and I got a little offended by that, and I was like, yeah, you know what, just because I have to, you know, I recede my caring thought, and I'm just like, no, this is just because I have to. So I started going down the stairs, and I was like, oh no, I was like, this is pretty damn slick. And when I went to go back up, because I was on like the third one, and I was gonna take the path next to it, okay, so there was like kind of this muddy path that like kind of dipped in, and yeah, it was not good. I slipped, fell backwards, and I grabbed my head, and I went like this, and I went down all like 4 or 5 stairs, and then this little pathway. I slid down 2 sets of stairs. There was a nice like good about 3 feet of this like walkway in between going down the next flight of stairs. I went down all the stairs, just bump, 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 bump. So after I got up, and I was more shooken up than like physically hurt, but I was like, yeah, don't take the stairs. And of course, Trevor got a ride to school, cause like, yeah, we didn't, but he was younger than us, but you know, hey. Sometimes we'd walk him to school. We were supposed to go in earlier than he was, so then most of the time George had to actually take him to school. But a few times he complained that he had to walk to school alone. And I was like, oh dang. He was young. Like elementary school young. Like first, second grade, elementary school, young, when he had to walk by himself. And I was like, yeesh. I was glad that it was like nicer times back then, at least in the area that we were growing up in, where you could walk to a park and play in it until dark, and then come back safe, instead of people trying to capture you and take you into their van. And anyways, so I don't like the progression of that type of thing where people want to kidnap each other. I mean, like, what the flip is this about? Why? It's like, what happened to consent? What happened to common decency? Where, like, if somebody doesn't like you, you're just, you know, you take it and go, okay, I understand, and then walk away? I don't understand. When did it come to the point where consent is like an aftermath? Like, you know, they'll like me eventually, kind of thing. Let me just tell you right now, it ain't gonna happen. As much brainwashing as people try to do, it's not gonna happen. I mean, unless you have some qualities that someone might have overlooked, they're definitely not going to they're not going to look at these nice qualities if you capture, contain, or even hold them hostage. Just saying. Just saying. Most people like to be free. It's weird how things go that way. One single one. I feel like this one could go bye-bye, so I'm just gonna... I should probably make some more. Oh, I'm able to make it with that? That is awesome. I was like, wait a minute, my stones never went down. I had a moment. Okay, but that's fine. If I can make them with this is cool. I didn't know this was technically a rock. I know it says it's cobblestone, but I thought it was something that you couldn't use. Shouldn't it make the pickaxes darker? I don't know. Maybe it should be like a deep slate. Yeah, deep slate, cobblestone, pickaxe. Because this one is just cobblestone, cobbled deep slate. Maybe it should be a deep slate pickaxe. Yeah, just idea. I'm sure other people would like different colored pickaxes. Probably put mending on it too. I'm sure there's somebody out there who wants a cherry wood pickaxe. I'd like one of those green ones, you know? And, what the hell are those things called? It's not corrupted. It's like wastewood or something like that. You know, the one from the nether, the green stuff, the green wood. I'd like one of those pickaxes. Ooh, you know, if you could mix obsidian pickaxe with, like, make an obsidian, like, actual pickaxe with a green handle. Dude, give the option of, like, actually coloring the wood too. That'd be cool. Multicolor. I'm sure people would like beg for like a rainbow like handle for a pickaxe. If only I could dye flippin' doors. Paint them, dye them. It's like, do you know how annoying it is? Having like all these different door designs, but then having them in the wrong color, needing them another color. It's quite annoying. I had to look online to see if you could dye the doors, and then there was this one person who said that you could, and it was walking you through it, and I was like, okay, let me try. I don't know, it was trolling. Mother flip. It's like a flippin' mother flipper. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. Drinking my sleepy time tea. It's the first sip I had of it. It has no sugar in it. Just the flavor of vanilla. Green tea. There's some rose hip in it, some chamomile. Can't remember what else. This one doesn't have blackberry in it. It's like one of those teas out there I know have like blackberry, like root tea or leaves or something in there. It's like, interesting. Like, I don't feel hungry, but my stomach is like, you should eat. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm starving. Don't get me wrong, I'm starving. But I'm not hungry. You know, that one time, what is that? That point in time where you're like, I'm so flippin' starving, but I don't want to eat anything. I'm not fasting. I'm not starving myself on purpose. I'm not hungry, but I feel starving. I don't want to get in the habit of eating stuff after like 8 o'clock either. You know what I mean? I know when you're hungry you should eat, but you shouldn't eat like 2 to 4 hours before you go to bed. I've done that a few times. Because I was just hungry. I was like, flip, need food now. I was healing too. Someone came in to the store drenched in cologne. And they were drenched in cologne so much that it was honestly like their package was drenched in the cologne too. So I don't know if he was sending something, like he was shipping something that, like, I mean, you know how like you can be overwhelmed by someone's cologne or perfume, and it's like all you can smell, taste, and like it even like makes your eyes water a little. I had that moment, and I didn't realize that it was with the package too. So when I came back over to shipping after that person left, I was like, why does it still smell like that person over here? And I was like, and it's strong too. Made my throat itch. I was like, ugh. I was like, I was like, why is it so strong? And then like, it was actually the package. It was him and the package that had that flippin' smell. It wasn't the worst smell, but it was just too strong of a smell. You know what I mean? Ugh. Trying to think of something else to talk about that was interesting to me. So I was told that I'm not mentioning the coupon enough, and I was like, I mention it all the time. They're like, oh, well, what's your pitch? And I was like, my pitch? They're like, well, how are you promoting the sales? We're not getting enough people to purchase things after they do the drop off. And I was like, oh, and I was like, well, I usually wait till the end, and then I explained that there's even a coupon with the tracking number or the Amazon codes or the happy codes, whatever they're returning back, because like you got your Amazon returns, your happy returns, as well as the express returns, and I'm like, you know, oh, and you even get a coupon, and most people are like, oh yay, you know, and then they don't go shopping, but they save it for another time because like most people are just trying to drop something off during their lunch. And I explained this, and they were like, yeah, but you know, there are some people that could be swayed if you had mentioned some of the deals. And I'm like, I was like, okay, all right. So I tried mentioning the deals, and like I got some adverse reactions. Like, oh no, I'm much too busy right now. I have to go back to work and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, I understand you. I was like, well, your coupon's valid until March 2nd, so. And they were like, oh great, you know, I'll come back and, you know, after work and check it out. So there were a few people who actually did. And they waved and everything. And I even had one go, oh, you're still here? And I was like, yeah. I was like, some people say I'm always here. And they, you know, kind of made them laugh, but, you know, hey, whatever. But, yeah, I just noticed the way I'm like, but, I've come to the realization that I need new shoes. It's not a girl thing, it's not a woman thing, it's a thing where I damn near don't have any more tread on my shoes, and it's eating through to the actual inside of the shoe part. Give me a second, I'll show you. Hold on, let me get untangled. Okay. So, try to get this. I don't want to set it on myself. Alright, so my boots. Do you see? There used to be tread there, and I am eating away at the bottom, the sole that is all supposed to be black, And look at that tread. It's kind of gone. It's kind of gone. It's all gone over in here, up here, and like, you know, sliding on some ice is not fun. This all used to be down, a good like maybe more than 1/4 of an inch. I used to have like crevices that I got rocks in, but like, dude, it is pretty damn smooth, and these are like in caving. I don't know. I walk like 8 flipping miles and some change a day, and then inside the whatchamacallit, and I was sitting there going, I was like, I was like, I'll just wait till they fall apart, you know? But then I'm like, what if the hole gets even deeper? And it has been getting deeper, and I'm like, how the hell is it getting deeper when it's already encaved? And I was like, flip, I'm not picking at it, I'm not doing anything to it, like, other than, then I'm like, I've been walking on the ice. I was like, maybe that has been tearing out some of that, you know, whitish brown stuff that's supposed to be covered by more black tread that I've worn out. I was like, yeah, I probably need some new shoes. I was like, I could still wear these ones kind of maybe around the area, but I need some good, like, you know, hiking boots or something. So I was looking into it, but then I don't even know my size. So I looked at this one site, like Shoe Carnival or something, where they give you like the inches and stuff for their shoes. All these sites give you flipping super different measurements for what size 6 is. I'm like, dude, okay. I was like, so my feet would be cramped in this, and then my feet would be swimming in that. I was like, I need to find one that actually has my size, and because some of them don't go smaller than 6, and then some of them go to size 4, but that's actually a size 5, and I'm like, I can work with this, but the design of the shoe pinches the damn toes, and I was like, eh. It's like I'm in need of shoes that I can walk in the rain and snow, and the only thing that comes to mind is hiking boots, and waterproof hiking boots at that, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going up and down a mountain, so I might as well. They're pretty damn expensive. Like, expensive. And I'm like, I just got some glasses that I was like flipping heaving about. I'm gonna have to wait till like next paycheck. But I'm looking into it just to make sure that I'm getting the right price and possibly the right style. And I'm like, sorry. Spending money on shoes. Technically, those are my only shoes other than my slippers. And I have my slippers. I've had these for like maybe 3-4 years. Yeah, that's kind of worn out too. But I don't go outside with these. And there's just weird stuff that likes to stick to it. Like white fuzz and gray fuzz. Don't ask me where I got the white fuzz from. I still don't know. Somehow I pick it up. Carpet's not white at all. I don't have anything I'm stepping on that. Wait, it might be the gray flipping carpet in there. It might just be balling up to the point where it looks white. So when I moved in, there were these gray bath mats that somebody had cut to the size of the bathroom, and I'm just like, all right. I was like, I'm not fixing this, because as soon as I tried to pull up everything, the floor is, let's say it's not adept at being a floor. It needs some help. So the bath mats were cut in the way to maybe hide that fact that it's not quite a floor. So yeah. So I have walked on that floor with my slippers. It's a light gray. It's not bad. I was told a male had lived here before. A very heavy smoking, heavy smoker. Dude. He had a cigar, I still have it. It's a cigar cutter in the, it was left here. Even has a bottle opener on the other side of the cigar thing. It's like, damn, okay. I was told that it could be thrown in. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't open bottles like that, and I definitely don't smoke cigars, but whatever, thanks. Like I'm not really that big of a person, so I can manage with a small area, honestly. I don't really do much anyways. Not like I'm running back and forth in the house, tasting anything. I'd like a kitty. Well, I've had pets. It's not fair. Love a kitty or a pet? You know, like a kitty or bunny? Dude. I probably have my bunny like free range, like roam all over the place. I've had a potty trained rabbit before, and he was allowed to free roam in my room. He would potty in the flippin' little kitty litter thing. He had this little triangle thing that he had inside his in his cage when I had to keep him in there because certain people wanted to be in my room. And okay, so let's just say it this way. I knew that someone had been in my room because he was out and they couldn't find him. And I would come home from school and he would appear in the living room and come out and like, you know, hey, where the hell's my treat? And like, dude, someone was in your room. And I was like, who the hell was in my room? And they were like, no one was in your room. I was like, what is Teddy doing out here? And they're like, what? So I had to lock Teddy up when I was not in my room so that when people did come into my room, they didn't help Teddy escape out the dude. I was like, that wasn't fair. Okay, so Teddy was, I didn't name him that. He was my half-sister's rabbit that I had to take care of because she no longer wanted to take care of him because he did not like her. Don't ask me why he did not like her. I could give you half a dozen reasons, maybe even 40 reasons why he might have not liked her, but don't ask me why. because I might rant for an hour. So he would do this thing where he acted like he wanted attention, and he would go onto her and then pee and then jump scratch off of her. Don't ask me why, because I was just like, what? And this is what he would do, because he liked to cuddle. He was a tough rabbit, but he wanted to cuddle when he wanted to cuddle. He would come jump up on my lap, and he would sit there, and I'd sit there and pet him. And he really liked, like, right behind the ear, like, down below. And I'd just sit there and rub it and everything, and then he'd sit there and, like, lounge out. And then other times he would just, like, no, I don't want that. And then, like, he'd just, mess with his back. And he would sit there and just, chill. But when he was done cuddling with me, he would go about, like, acting like, he was done with me, and then he wanted to cuddle with somebody else. And he would go and, like, kind of, sit next to her, and then, like, kind of lean up against her, and then, then he would crawl on top of her lap, pee, and then jump off, like, hard jump, like, I'm gonna kick you while I'm jumping. And it got to the point where she did not want him to even be near him, and I was like, yeah, because he always pisses on you and, like, runs. I don't know what the behavior of that was, but she didn't like it. He knew that she didn't like it, and he continued to do it. It got to the point where he would do that to her shoe. He would piss on her shoe because I guess he didn't like her that much. I've had a cat piss in my shoe once. Just once. And, like, I was like, why the hell did you... And I was like, I asked 3 of these cats, I was like, who pissed in my shoe? And why the hell was it my shoe? What have I done to you? And they never, like, pissed in my shoe again. It was, like, pooing in someone else's, shoe, and then, like, pissing on his pillow. So I think it might have been a mistake. But I had sat there and I asked them, I was like, dude, that hurts. I was like, that flipping hurts my feelings. I was like, what did I do to you? I was like, if you have a problem with me, tell me about it right then. Just tell me about it. But, yeah, that only happened once. I never had any cat or dog or animal, like, barf in my shoe or piss in it other than that one time. Or, like, poo in it. And I was told that, like, that's what cats do. And I was like, what? It's like, I was like, I think I kind of pissed at you. But, anyways, he would, like, go potty in the living room and everything, but he never pissed on my bed. He, like, Teddy, I'm talking about Teddy, was a rabbit. He was a gray rabbit with floppy ears. I mean, his ears would just come down and, like, they would drag across the floor. He never held them up. He had them, like, down, and I would sit there and, like, kind of stroke it, and, like, his hair and his ears and everything. And he was a chill rabbit unless, you were trying to clean his cage, and then he wanted to stay in his cage, and he really did not like his cage being clean. And I was like, you don't want me to drag you out of this, I was like, if I have to pop the top and pull you out of this cage, I'm going to do it. And it got to the point where I was like, you know the deal. I was like, unless you don't want your treats, you get out this flipping cage right now. Because it was always whenever I needed to clean out his litter box. He did not like that. I was told it was a territorial kind of thing. It's like, this is my piss, I'm I want it there, keep it there kind of thing. And I was like, what the flip? But, dude, we also had this, at one point we had this ferret that was living with us because the, person who was living with us, one of the roommates had a ferret. And I had to take care of this ferret, and I can't remember what the ferret's name, but I had a nickname for it, and he would come wherever I called him that nickname. And he was so cute, because whenever they run, they like kind of hobble, and it was adorable. Not as cute as like these little itty bitty minks that I've been seeing on like YouTube. I was like, I didn't even know you could get one of those. But, those are adorable. But, it's most of the time, whenever a ferret, like, kind of walks, like, fast or towards you, it's kind of like a weird kind of, like, hunch up kind of, and then whenever they're, like, kind of springy and pouncy, like, when they want to play, it's this cute little pounce thing. It's, like, it's adorable. But, yeah, I used to see her, like, put the ferret around her neck, like, you know, he would just lay there, too. He's just like, yeah, I'm chill. And, she would, put him, like, oh, damn, hold on a second. Flip. Makes sense now. Totally makes sense. See if I can't put that other one there. Yeah, damn it. I'm trying to... Okay. Just trying to make this, a little better. So it's not everywhere, but it's still somewhere. There we go. That's so fun. Just keep that like that. This like this. Is that a... That is a zombie villager, isn't it? That looks like one of the butchers. I don't know what that one is. Must be nighttime. Alright, so I've lived with a lot of different animals. Had these, they were given to us, by somebody who couldn't keep them anymore. Oh damn, hold on. Okay. So, they were not horseshoe crabs, they were Halloween crabs. I don't know why I was trying to say horseshoe crabs. But one was white, and one was red, and I was told that I could have the white one because, she was mean. She wasn't mean, she was very gentle. She just didn't like being handled. But, like, whenever you go to, like, you know, hand her some food, she'd come up gentle, like, and then she'd take it gentle, and then she'd, like, you know, where the other one would just, she'd let you hold her, and like you could pick her up and she was fine. But the white one, she liked her own space. Um, she would let you, like, if you put your hand down, like your hands, because I was small, and when I put both my hands down, she would crawl on top and let me lift her so that I could clean out the cage. And she and her, what they called her sister, because I guess they were both females, because I didn't know how to sex a crab at that time, if that's how you say it. You know, find the gender of the crab at that time. But we were told that they were both females, and they had got them thinking that they could breed them, and they ended up turning out to both be female, and that they couldn't get a male, and so they couldn't keep them anymore. And I was like, okay. I was really, really young, like, oof, maybe 8, maybe 7, 8, 9, in between those. And I was in charge of keeping their tank clean. And whenever they would finish their food, I'd take the rest of it out so that the tank didn't stink and everything. And they were pretty clean. Had to fill up their water containers every day. It wasn't quite like a hermit crab, because I've taken care of them. With a hermit crab, they need a freshwater dish and a like saltwater dish so that they can balance their water. I'm not quite sure why, but you know, I guess some of them like the brink water. Brink water is, I think I'm saying it right. It's like part salt, part fresh. Brackish water. Sorry. Whatever. I know words have meaning and they should be said appropriately, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so, trying to think of, yeah, but as I was saying, the white one was really, she was really gentle. She just didn't like being handled. She was like, you know, mother effer, I will end you. And, if you tried to pick her up. And, like, if you were to give her a treat or anything, like, she'd stand back. She would be back towards the corner of the tank, and then she noticed that, you know, you weren't there to hurt her, and you weren't there to pick her up, and I think we developed a nice little relationship to the point where, you know, she let me pick her up out of the tank, and whenever it was time for the cleaning of the tank. And I mean, I liked her a lot, but then I came home one day and they were gone because George gave them to somebody else, and I was like, what the flip? Like, what the legit flip? I felt like I lost a friend, you know? That was pretty much my childhood. I'd get attached to something and then all of a sudden they were gone. No, I don't have emotional trauma about it. I know that it was not directed towards me in any way, blah, blah, blah. They were not punishing me because of that. I know things die, and I knew things did die, but I didn't like being lied to about something dying. But, anyways. These crabs were fantastic, and we had a few birds at one point too. Max was a sweetheart. Alrighty, so they didn't have a name for this one, and they thought it was a female. And they put this female in the cage with this male and this other female. And they told us that they had been trying to breed them for 3 years and nothing had happened. And I know, another one that, see, so George got on the computer a lot, and he would find these sad stories and then go, I'll take them. But who ended up having to take care of them? And what happened whenever, like, they were well maintained and very able to be handled by other people? They ended up going bye-bye, and I never saw them again. So that was fun. I didn't like that. It was like I'm basically training showing these animals that, you know, there's a nice person out there. You know, not everyone is mean, and then having them taken away. It's like, if I could track down every one of the pets that I've ever, like, you know, had, any of the, you know, family members that I actually thought of as family members, you know, fur babies, feather babies, claw babies, fin babies, I don't know what else kind of name you would put onto them, they were my family. And if I were to able to, you know, track them down and actually see that they had, like, great lives after that, I would be happy. But I sit here and I wonder, okay, I'm not gonna bum myself out. I'm not gonna bum myself out. I am calm. I wonder if they even had a good life afterwards, you know? I worry. And I pump myself out. Oh look, it's 9 o'clock. Let me just get off here. So, I know they started out as happy memories, and, you know, but anyways, so anyways, have a good one. Have a good one.